My name is Julia Robinson. I am an evening MBA student at Foster School of Business, class of 2021. I was born and raised in Ukraine, and I immigrated to the United States in 2010. I came to the United States actually because I was offered an 18-month internship with a local seafood company. I started actually in their operations department. However, then I had an opportunity to kind of choose a direction, and at that time, just human resources sounded very fascinating. I kind of got to the point in my career where I realized that I really want to advance, like it was time for me to grow and get on a different level. However, just attending, meetings with heads of different departments made me realize that I'm definitely lacking, some understanding of like marketing or finance or operations. So I just wanted to be, I guess, a more like well-rounded business generalist. I chose evening MBA program for a few reasons. First of all, I did want to enroll into the full-time program really bad. However, just assessing my life and the resources that I had, I just could not take off 2 years from work and just pay for the program. So I had to find the next best alternative, which was the evening MBA program. My experience in the program has been fantastic. I don't regret just for a second that I enrolled and made some sacrifices along the way. I met fantastic people. Lots of the classmates became my friends now, and they're going to be my friends for the rest of my life. I met lots of great professors that were very inspirational, a ton of Seattle leaders. What I was not expecting is actually a very diverse student body that we have, and just the amount of information I actually learned from my classmates. During admissions events that I attended, as a future student, I've heard literally everybody talking about this community at Foster, and they talk so much about it, which was very inspiring, but at the same time, they painted this amazing picture of this very tight, supportive community, which, to me at the time sounds like, is it just a PR ploy? But after I actually entered the program, I realized that, I was so wrong. Everything that I've heard is actually true. And I, had a chance to experience everything myself. And Foster really does have a very, very tight community. My classmates supported me. Alumni supported me. When I had, when I was exploring different companies, I reached out to former students on LinkedIn, and people were, willing to jump on the phone or Zoom and talk to you. When you have those experiences, you really feel like you're part of a group, like you're part of something bigger, and that also really inspires you to, to be that person to others. And I think that's what is very unique about Foster, is that, you come in, you feel that tight community, you feel that support, and then you really want to do the same. And that's why I feel like generation after generations, we still have this really amazing supportive community. Last year, it was about same time last year, I decided that I don't want to kind of continue working in HR field. I really wanted to switch to the operations side. And funny thing, I found this 5-year leadership development program at Amazon called Pathways. And I was really excited. They were hiring on campus. So actually a year ago, I applied and I was rejected very fast, which was, discouraging. I talked to a friend of mine who works at Amazon, and she was hiring interns. It's completely different field, but she told me, hey, just, start your journey as an intern. I found out that Amazon has the internship for that exact same operations program. So I applied, and this time I actually got an offer, and I quit my job. My full-time job, and I packed my belongings and I moved to Connecticut for summer to do the operations internship. It was a huge success. I loved it. I loved literally everything about my experience, and I received an offer to come back. So now after I graduate, I'm gonna pack my belongings for good this time, and me and my husband will move to Connecticut. I guess another example that if you really want to do something and like you face some barriers, some challenges, you get rejected, I mean, it's okay. There's other way to get to your goals.